So we just got the wrapper here unhooked and got the tractor filled up, got the disc hooked up and greased that. We're heading over to a red barn field. My dad took it over. My sister's gonna run me over in a little bit. Just got here. See our roads pretty washed out right there. We got the excavator over here anyways. Right now we're gonna put some drain tile in the field over there. But I'm gonna disc right here. I disced here last spring. This is pretty close to a creek, so it floods a lot, so that's why we're gonna disc it again. I'm gonna back up just a little bit so then I can get square where I want to start. Oops. I don't want to drop it quite yet. There we go. I didn't go very far, but there's a wet spot here. Right there. It's a big turtle. I'll probably get out, yep. Not surprised he's here. Time to get the drone out. Get you guys a little bit of video from the sky. There we go. Get you guys a little bit of video from the sky.
Put a mark on these mountains, keep climbing on up. While everybody's doubting, I'm getting it done. Took some fire and I'll take some more, redefining what's possible. And I'm not stopping till I get what I came here for. I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna make it happen. Out here counting on instinct, not counting on luck. Got what it takes to make history, so let it be known. Stood my ground at the gates of hell, stared down death and I lived to tell. And I'm not stopping till the weight of my name is felt. I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna make it happen. Never giving in. I'm gonna make it happen. Not stopping till the end. I'm gonna make it happen. The moment is calling me. It's coming. It's coming for me. The moment is coming, it's coming. I know it, I know it. It's coming for me. I'm gonna make it happen. Yeah, I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna make it happen. Never giving in. I'm gonna make it happen.
was your discing video with sky and drone, or sky shots and disc shots. I figured while we're doing all this drone video, might as well throw some more in. The other night when I was planting beans, when I was going behind the barn, my sister's been saying for the last probably a few weeks that she's wanted to fly the drone, and she did, and I was still going around the outside of the field. I think it was my last time going around the field, and then I would start going back and forth, and there's some trees back towards the creek, way behind the barn. Well, she flew the drone right into the tree, and it fell right to the ground. But wasn't recording when it was falling down out of the ground. But found it, everything works fine on it. So, but she did get some video when I was going around the field too, so I figured might as well throw that in here. Planted corn behind the house, put a 104 day there behind the house, behind the shed. That was bean ground last year, so we're going to get a little benefit from having the beans there. And that 104 day corn was a little different. It was, I believe it was just Roundup ready, and normally we have double stack corn on all the rest, so it didn't need as much I believe it didn't need as much like coating on it or different things on the seed for bugs and things like that, since there was beans in there last year. So it was getting well, it was what, probably it was the 15th or 16th when we planted that 104 day corn. Hopefully it'll mature out. It was getting a little late for 104 day, but our neighbor, we do a lot of stuff with him. He's the one that combines for us. We use a little bit of his ground for pasture, and we do a lot of trading and stuff. So there are some fields up the road just right near our place that are by themselves, and so we just figured we'd ask him if he wanted us to plant them, so then he didn't have to run his planter down there. I think there's 13 acres or something, so we did that today, so then he didn't have to run his planter all around. And we got a field, that field that I started the other day when I was emptying out the corn before we switched to beans. I went around that 3 times. We finished that one section yesterday after we switched back to corn. And then probably, I don't think it got finished today, but should get finished tomorrow, that whole field. Now we got a field, a small field, a little ways away, that we're gonna put corn into. So normally when I go to put a camera on something like the corn planter, or I think that's the only thing I put it on. But I'm gonna put my main GoPro, my main camera that I use on here. Normally I don't, but I didn't bring any other cameras, and I want to get you guys some video from the disc. Well, so far it stayed on. I'd rather do it now with the disc, putting this camera on, because I can keep a better eye on it in case it falls off. But I mean, if it fell off, it'd get some good video. I'm gonna hop out here for a minute. I'm disking it like the field diagonally. Sometimes I do it straight, but I guess it's better to do it not the way you're gonna plant. And we're gonna go around it 3 times, then we're gonna plant that side over there. So I guess that makes it better. It's doing good. We put manure on this field, covered this whole field and that field over there. It's been a while since we covered them both with manure, which is good. This is helping stir in the manure too. So, yep, we'll see. Well, you can see here that there's a little bit of manure there. This field we took corn stalks off of. We got super dry corn stalks off of here. I'll throw a picture in right here when we were doing corn stalks from last fall. Gotta come out here and get that Instagram with the fallen in barn. So, this barn here, this is why we call these fields the red barn fields, because of the red barn sitting in the middle of nowhere. So we moved onto this land in 2000, I believe, and my dad had heifers here for a few years in this barn, and they had pasture. I'm not sure if they pastured down here, but they went up around over there. There's a few fence posts still in the woods, and there's a field way up top they go to about there and stop. They go out there too, and so some places there's barbed wire and stuff, so that's where you can tell that there is where the fence was. This is about the same as the picture I took last spring doing this, but it was with the 5475 Massey. So the barn over there Last spring we noticed right in that spot there started to be a small hole, and it was getting bigger and bigger as the year went on, but it still wasn't super huge. Then that 3 foot of snow got it to about that. Probably once that section comes down all the way, then the rest will. This back part here with the steel roof will probably, we're thinking that that'll stay up, but once it comes down we're gonna clean it up, use the wood probably for in the evaporator for sap season, because that wood's, I don't know how old that barn is. There used to be a house that sat somewhere down here that's now our neighbor's house. They moved it over by where we live with horses, I guess. I don't know, I wasn't around during then. So this spot over here I disked right in the beginning. Basically separates the 2 fields, but we haven't been able to get in there and plant anything or disc anything. But last spring we couldn't plant it. Then we came in here about end of May, beginning of June, threw some different kinds of seeds in there. We had some sunflower seeds, I think, and some radishes, maybe some crimson clover. I don't remember exactly what, but it was dry enough. Like, if we waited till then, we could have planted that. And it was a little bit drier today too, so I figured why not disc it. It'll help it dry out, so that maybe we can plant through it this year. That would be nice. That's a big chunk of land right there that just sits with water in it. So we're gonna mess with that this year, or put some, I don't know what we're gonna do. I think we might put some tile in there to fix that. Just finished up. My mom's coming over here to get me. My dad is finishing up planting. I guess he's almost done, so that's good. Probably go home, milk now, and yeah, this video is probably gonna be long enough already, so I won't throw any of that in. So thanks for watching. Hope you liked this video. See you in the next one.